Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with Tom Miller. Tom is a good friend, and I'm really happy to have you here, Tom. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do, please?
Awesome. And first, I'm going to start by saying thank you. Lots of love, lots of gratitude for having this space and inviting me to share it with you. And I always love working with you and doing any collaboration because you are such a calming presence. And it's something I try to embody more and more. So thanks for being an example of the calm, love embodiment in action. All right. I'm Tom, and I help people embody true freedom. And true freedom is true wealth, true health, true love, by aligning with our true light. And by your definition, it would be the consciousness of love. Now, I shifted from being a weight loss coach for many years of my life. Before that, I was an elementary school teacher. And it turns out when I was a teacher and when I was a weight loss coach, what I was really the result I was trying to help my clients get, my students get,
Mhm.
whoever I tried to help get, was a shift of their inner energy, their inner alignment. And finally, I decided I'm going all in and I am just going to get straight to the root cause because whatever part of our life is not as fulfilling, as healthy, as abundant, and as true as we'd like it to be, it's because of a spiritual void or an energy alignment issue, which are essentially the same things. So now I
Mhm.
help people feel better, live better, have more abundance, so they can make the impact on the world that they were called to make. I call it your true impact potential. All of us have it. And we fall short of it often because old programs, lack of alignment. It's not a lack of resources or talent or skills or purpose. It's the energy alignment that gets out of whack. And when that gets back in line, everything starts changing. And right now, I'm focusing on people, helping them generate more abundance, resource, money in their lives. Because I've experienced this. If you're stressed out about money, it's hard to make your impact. It's hard to do the other things. It's hard to be the creator that we really are. So that's one of my big focuses now because I can help people lose weight in my sleep. That's easy peasy. I've been doing it for years. I know about hormone, metabolic dysfunction. I mean, I can go on and on. But unless there's an inner shift, none of the external changes stick. It's like an identity shift, the true freedom identity shift with true alignment with our true self. So I've created a whole platform to do this, and turns out it's what I've been called to do this whole time. And now I'm
Mhm.
finally aligning with that. And it's exciting, it's fun, and it's uncertain. So here we go.
Well, I had the privilege to attend some of your workshops and seminars on how to build that change in the pattern, how to reprogram. And it's fascinating. It applies to so much in life as well, right? So, how did you come about learning about this? How did it come to you?
Great question. I gave myself permission to remember what all of us intuitively know. So I have been a student of light, the energy we don't see, but it's running everything, of metaphysics, of spirituality, of quantum mechanics since I was a teacher. But it was just something I was really interested in, really passionate about. But I didn't dive into it full speed because you can't make money with this stuff. Jeez. So I needed to be a good teacher, be a good fitness coach, and do the things that make money. But at the core of it, I love books like Seed of the Soul, Power of Now, all the work by Brene Brown, all the work by Joe Dispenza, by R.J. Spina. I mean, I can go on and on. So when I read those books and interacted with that content information, I lit up.
Mm.
So it was always there. And you know when you read something or you hear something and it just energizes your body? It's like reminding us of what we've always known, but hasn't been at the forefront of our thinking and our knowledge. And I realized that when I was doing anything, whether I was teaching, helping people lose weight, interacting with my friends, I was really helping them align with their energy, their true self identity. And I didn't even realize it, but that's what I always wanted to do. My favorite part when I would do the classes at the gym, because it was a group training type gym,
Mm-hmm.
because I owned my own gym for 5 years, and it's called Life Light Fit, by the way. Life Light is that light we all have, our soul, our
Love it.
spirit. I just called it Life Light so it would be all inclusive and all expansive. And my favorite part was at the end. Everyone's tired, everyone's sweaty, and endorphins are going, oxytocin's going, they're feeling good. My favorite part was during the stretching,
Mm-hmm.
is just speaking out loud what was in my heart, and it was always something true to me that I thought would help them too, and it was about alignment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like self-development, self-improvement, self-help has now turned into self-growth, and that's aligning. And so, long story short, in 2000, it was like the gym was bringing in 100K a month. We're at
Mm-hmm.
$1 million run rate. I was bringing home I mean, I was rich wealthy. I was like, this is as rich as I've ever been.
Yeah.
But I was so unfulfilled.
Mm.
It was a weird feeling. And during that time, books about metaphysics from like Neville Goddard, Wallace Wattles, spiritual teachers, like they just kept coming up, and I loved consuming them. I loved interacting with them. And during that time, the gym shut down. COVID
Mm.
happened.
Right.
My wife and I, ex-wife now, we were not seeing eye to eye on anything anymore.
Mm.
And essentially between 2000 and 2023, my life fell apart.
Mm.
Everything that was stable and secure and safe, what all those foundations were just shattered and broken. So
Mm.
now, living by myself in a place 100 a city called Santa Rosa in California, 100 miles away from where I spent the last 10 years of my life building a business and a family and house and all this stuff. And starting over from scratch, going through it is either a midlife crisis or a really smack you upside the head spiritual awakening, which I like to
Yeah.
call spiritual remembering. Because it's like
Right.
we just remember who we really are and what we really are, and what we're really capable of doing and called to do.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
didn't know it. And so I mean, I wanted to make money. So I started an online weight loss business. This was not aligned with what God, source, universe, light was calling me to do, but I
Mm.
was so scared of not making money that I stuck with a formula I knew worked. People always want to lose weight,
Yeah.
and I would work the alignment into it somehow,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't work. And I literally tried. I Here's why I'm so big on prosperity. So I'm going to be very vulnerable here. I attempted to use the same marketing strategies that worked at my gym on my online fitness business.
Right.
And not only did I burn through all my savings and cash, I
Mm.
maxed out every credit card I had until the point where They were revoking them, lowering the limits. I was
Mm.
not sure how I was going to pay rent. 8 months ago, I did not know how I was going to pay rent. I did not have any idea. I was like, oh my gosh, this officially isn't working.
Wow. Yeah.
I am not making money. I'm scared about money.
Mm.
I'm always stressed about money. And then I have this comparison problem going on where, man, just years ago, I had so much money, I could do anything, pay anything.
Right.
I had so much financial freedom. Oh, and how did it all go away? What did I do wrong? Why am I being punished? All these things.
Mm.
Here's what I learned. The universe is expanding, consciousness is expanding, and us as human beings, which I believe we are spiritual, energetic beings in a physical avatar with the gift of free will intellect, having a physical experience, but at the essence, we are spiritual, energetic beings. And call it your soul, call it your light, call it your essence, call it love, is always looking to expand. So when our consciousness expands, the things that used to work and make sense don't anymore. So I learned that by trying to force what used to work, it just hurt and did not yield financial profits or benefits. It was not getting me what I wanted, nor was it helping me make an impact on others. So I broke everything, said, okay. What I've also learned is in silence, we hear the words that we never hear, but they're the most important words we need to hear. In silence and stillness is where we hear the most important words that we never hear. It sounds like a paradox, but it's true. It's the intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I'm gonna have to get a job. This is the first time I've had to get a job since 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And my ego is hit upside the head. But if I don't get a job, I can't pay rent.
Right.
All right, here's a great story. Well, it's within 24 hours of me deciding, admitting, accepting, and realizing that that's the reality that I have now. I got a
Right.
phone call from an old friend who has a very successful business helping gym owners. And her business is completely online and she's been building it for years and she's bringing in, I mean, it's a great business. She said she asked me to do her a favor because she was raising her prices.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of experience in sales. So she asked me to test drive her new prices on sales. Just out of nowhere, she asked me to do her a favor. Flash forward 8 months to today. I am now her full time closer. I am bringing in 15 to 20K a month in my own personal income. I've
Mm-hmm.
paid off 60K of my debt. I have a 10K emergency fund saved up. I have enough money to pay the bills for the next 2 months already. I'm building back financial freedom
Right.
with a new awareness.
Mm.
And here's what I learned. If we want money just to reverse lack and feel safe and not feel poor anymore, or just to feel rich, the universe isn't so cool with that. But if the reason we are creating more income and prosperity in our lives is to contribute and make the impact we know we're called to make and we can make, the universe just gets with it and they help and things pop up just like this job. So now I have this online job where I do sales calls on Zoom and I can work on my true freedom business
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the time. And so I'm rebuilding, but I'm rebuilding with a new awareness and expanded consciousness where
Mm-hmm.
love is guiding the way, and love, light, spirit, consciousness, they're synonymous. It's
Yes.
language of the universe. It's God's source, light talking to us. And it feels great. I mean, I used to wake up every morning just stressed, fight or flight, like, oh my God, what do I need to do? I mean, whole
Mm.
entire life. It's just the programs I inherited along the way. And I don't anymore. I wake up excited. First words out of my mouth are, thank you, I love you. And whether I'm talking to myself or Source God Light's talking to me or I'm talking to Source God, I'm not sure. But I
Mhm.
feel it and I mean it, and it sets the frequency for the day, every day.
Mhm.
So now, because I know how to market, I know how to sell, I know how to make money. Easy peasy. Learned it from Alex Hormozy when I coached with him for my first 5 years in the gym, and he was a great teacher. So that part I have dialed in. But
Yep.
now I've learned how to align our inner energy alignment frequency, our the energy we don't see, our light, with that of abundance and prosperity for purpose. And that made all the difference. And it's making all the difference. And I'm excited to teach others how to do it.
Yeah, that's such a big point, right? So I just want to make sure people are catching it. Like they are watching this, they're kind of wondering, like, what does that mean? Like, do I need to run out and get a job? What is the message through that? So maybe you can go over that again. It's like that belief, the programming and the intention of why you're wanting to be more affluent. That's that's one of the key experiences, right?
100%. So I call it the ideal method.
Mm,
The I stands for you identify. What is it that's causing these unpleasant feelings in this unpleasant life experience? And then you investigate it. And then the D stands for decide. You make a decision to change it. And when you make that decision to change it, you then spend time in stillness, and Source, God, Light, Intelligence will intuitively tell you your next steps. And then E stands for embodying it, embodying the energy of what you decided. I decided to create abundance so I can impact others. And embodying that means feeling that way, thinking that way, acting that way, and making it my life energy. And I intuitively know what to do because of that. And then A
mhm,
is alignment. A is alignment and allowing. I call it having. Having is when you allow it to be because it already is. So instead of
mhm,
chasing it, you allow it to be.
mm,
And aligning means whenever I feel unpleasant, whenever any of us have an unpleasant feeling, an emotion, our emotions are messengers. It's telling us, whoa, 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 you're out of alignment. And you're thinking about or feeling or believing something that's not true and aligned with your true self. And it gives us that contrast experience to shift back into alignment. And if I start thinking, man, I need to make a lot of money, that way I'm not poor, or that way I can pay my bills, or that way I have status again, it didn't feel good. It was out of alignment.
mhm,
But if I feel I'm excited to create more abundance so I can hire a video editor, so I can hire more coaches, so I can get my message out to more people, oh, the intuitive intelligence pours in. When we're in alignment with our true self, we intuitively know what to do, and work no longer feels like work, and we're no longer wondering, how am I going to get through this to-do list, to-do list? We intuitively know what to do, that one thing on our to-do list that is going to move the needle everywhere else.
mhm,
It's a different experience. I call it power flow light sharing, where it's authentic power, as described by Gary Zukav, and the flow state together. And our authentic power is when we're aligning with love, light, life, instead of an external power. False power is fear, doubt, worry, scarcity,
mhm,
judging, comparing. They both feel totally different. But when we align with authentic power, with our true selves, things flow as long as we allow it. And the last L stands for love, light sharing, and letting go. Letting go of the resistance. And I wish I should write this out. The equation for any success, whether it's health, wealth, or love, is conscious thought multiplied by aligned actions minus resistance equals
Mm.
desire fulfilled. And if you want to simplify it, aspiration minus resistance equals desired result. So our desires, if I want to speak on a stage in front of lots of people, if I want to create abundance so I can help more people, if I want to talk about light sharing and those desires have been there the whole time, those are part of our DNA, our soul blueprint. They're there. Desires aren't bad. True desires are part of who we are. So an aspiration is a true desire minus attachment.
Mm.
When we align with our aspirations with intention, the universe, God, source, light cooperates. So
Mm.
desiring more money is not a bad thing, because if your true desire, aspiration is to have more resources so you can make more impact, it's actually a sin to not do that. That's going against yourself. And the definition of sin is to go against yourself. And our true desire is to have more so we can do more and make more impact. If we ignore that or feel guilty about it, that's out of alignment. Hopefully that answered your question. And as usual, I tend to go on, I get excited and I tend to over elaborate sometimes.
No, it does. It does very well. I was wanting to really have a reiteration of that concept for those that are watching for sure, to really catch that, to really understand it.
Can
And
I,
I
can I,
understand. Hmm.
you first.
No, you go for it.
One of the biggest resistances to abundance is guilt and shame
Mm.
and blame. I'm poor because I didn't have it as well as the other people. I'm poor because I didn't have the resources or don't have the time. They blame it. Or they feel shame about being not having enough, or shame about having too much, or
Mm.
guilty for just wanting more. More or less, we're either expanding or constricting. And our soul, our essence, our love, our light, it's on a constant mission to expand. Our soul is constantly looking for expansion and yearning to expand. And the more our consciousness expands, the more information and resources and light we have access to. And the more we expand, the more impact we're capable of making. And we need more resources. So let go of the guilt. Money is energy, it's currency. It's a
Hmm.
flowing currency. That's why they call it current. It's a current. That's why they call it currency. And when I speak of money, I'm not speaking of fiat currency like dollars and bitcoins and checks and savings. I'm talking about the actual energy of money.
Mm.
We all have access to it, but we close the channel with our past programs. Like, say your parents always said, "Oh, we can't afford that,"
Right.
or "Do you think money grows on trees?" Or "Do you think we're made out of money?" Or "They're bad because they have all this money and all these things, and so the bad, evil people are rich, the evil are rich, and the poor people are very noble." It's BS. All of it's BS. But we
Hmm.
hear it so often as little kids, and we see other people saying it, that it becomes part of our subconscious programming. And our subconscious is in control of 90% of our decisions, Melanie, every day. And I'm sure you and your listeners know this. 90% of our decisions and our interpretations, our perception, the meaning we attach to whatever's happening is because of our subconscious. And our conscious mind's not even aware what's going on until we decide to raise our awareness and expand our consciousness. So if you, anyone watching this, does not have the resources, the abundance, the money, the wealth that you need to make the impact you want to make, to feel safe and to actually contribute, it's resistance. Your own
Hmm.
resistance is the only thing blocking it.
Hmm. And that comes from the programming and all of these other aspects of it as well, right?
Right? And some people I have a theory. May I share my theory?
Yeah.
God source light universe, pouring down light. And right now there's an expanded consciousness going on the planet, so higher levels of life
Mhm.
are pouring on. Like our whole planet's expanding. But since beginning of time, I'll pause that call. Since the beginning of time, there's been light pouring down from source sky light energy. Now it's expansion. Like more people are expanding, more light's pouring. Now, in this, there's channels. There's a channel for health. There's a channel for love. There's a channel for wealth. Some people open up their health channel and they're very healthy, but close down their love channel
Right.
or close down their wealth channel. It depends on where your subconscious limiting programs are. We
Mm-hmm.
block our abundance in any area with our programs. So you could have one open, but not the other. But the good news is, if you open up one of the channels, it helps open up the others as well. So I created the R3 technique: recognize, release, reframe. When we recognize these programs and bring I call them your ogres, into the dark, out of the dungeon of darkness, into the light, they become your champions and they actually help you open these channels.
Mm-hmm.
And when that occurs, you get to stand on the brink of uncertainty and see infinite possibilities. We get to know what we desire, what our aspiration is, but we don't get to know the how.
Mm-hmm.
The how is revealed to us as we go, as we need it, and it comes in intuitive knowing. And it requires silence and stillness. It doesn't happen with our thinking mind. Einstein said we can't solve the problems we have with the same level of consciousness that created them.
Right.
Expanding our consciousness means we have access to new information, new solutions, and new possibilities. And the thing I want to drive home is I grew up in a very poor family, had all the poor programming.
Mm-hmm.
I have created abundance. I have lost it. Through my addiction many, many years ago, I was homeless and I built up abundance again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that person who loses the weight, gains it back, loses the weight, gains it back. Now, I did it with wealth and money. And it was because I never made the inner shift, because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't pay attention, direct the attention, which is the energy of our heart and soul that goes to the mind, to the awareness and the awakening of an expanded consciousness and realizing that money is energy. It's neither good or bad. It's how we use it. And there's an infinite supply available to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but realizing that it's an energy just like love. We get love so we can give love. The more we allow love in, love ourselves, the more love we have to give and the more
Mm-hmm.
authentic that love. Same with money. The more we allow in, the more we can contribute and impact.
Mm-hmm.
And the easier it is to receive. The science of having, the art of having, my favorite word, is a free exchange of receiving and giving. So to be in a constant state of having changes your vibration, changes your energy, and allows you to be aware when those subconscious ogres come up. Say, oh, that doesn't feel good. Must not be true. Reframe it and get back into alignment. Ah, I could talk about this stuff all day.
No, it is. It's really fascinating. And I know people watching will want to know, how do they learn from you? So maybe can you share how can someone learn these processes from you?
Love to. Whether you are unhappy with your health, whether it's a disease, it's excess fat, or whether you're unhappy with your wealth and your abundance situation, your finances, or the amount of love you're circulating, your connection to source. This system applies to everything. However, I'm doing a focus workshop starting on Wednesday, the 23rd, going all the way through till Saturday, called Prosperity on Purpose. And we're going to really use these methods to open up your abundance channel and to allow what's blocking prosperity
Mm-hmm.
and the money energy to be removed and to give you actionable steps to start doing on a daily basis so you can align with your true self, your abundant self. And I would say that's going to be a great place to start because if you go to my website now, like my social media and websites haven't caught up yet with my expansion as a person and as a teacher and guide. So they'll probably say weight loss stuff on them still.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I can still help you lose weight. It's all the same. But going for the bigger issues that apply to
Mm-hmm.
everything, which is the energy alignment, is what I'm devoting the rest of my life to. And I'm going down wealth and prosperity. So I can share the link and you can share it with all of your listeners, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all invited. It's a presentation. I don't like the word free because free means low value, or it means I'm giving it to you because I don't think you'll pay for it, or I'm giving it because I don't think it's very valuable. I mean, I don't like it, but I do like the word present.
Yeah,
I'm giving what I've learned away because it feels great. Oh, when you feel great, you know what that means. Opening up those channels.
that's right. I've actually seen it for a few times now when we're doing the process that people really have those aha moments and really understand like, oh, this is what's been in my way. This is those, biology of belief. This is what the pattern is that's been getting in my way and really being able to create change, significant change quickly. So I think that's really beautiful that you are giving that away. And it's a really great Easter present for everyone. Now that
Well,
we've
thank
all had our chocolates, we can also learn to expand ourselves beyond this consciousness into the next. I love that.
That's a great analogy too with the Easter because Easter is a rebirth. A rebirth can be an awakening, and an awakening can be remembering your true self. And what you just described, because one, I want to applaud you again for the work you do and the impact you have on people. I've seen you in action, and I know how you light up when you actually get a breakthrough with someone you're working with. And it's like they have this revelation and they get to release that resistance and they see their true self.
Mhm.
And that's true freedom. When we know our true selves, that truth sets us free.
Yeah.
And you do it. I believe people watching this video do it. And as you know and I know, in order to make the impact we are capable of making, our true impact potential, we need lots of resources
Yes.
to expand. So I will help whoever is ready to receive it expand your financial abundance resources just as I'm expanding mine.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And we're definitely going to put the link in the comments below. So make sure to visit those comments so that you can take part in this invitation. It's very generous of you, Tom. Thank you. One question I always like to ask everyone is how do you choose conscious love every day? What does it mean for you? I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
I already know the answer because I know you very well, but please share.
Oh, I could get real. Oh, this is a great question. Embodiment. is the key and is what's missing in most spiritual self-help, self-improvement changes because we get the information and sometimes we hear it, we go, oh yeah, I already knew that. Okay, yeah, good. Or we hear new stuff. That sounds true. That sounds good. And it resonates with our conscious mind and we feel, okay, it feels good. But we don't do anything with it. Now, here's the thing. I learned that I don't have to. Oh, it's embodiment practice time. It's conscious love practice time. This is my 30-minute block to practice it. No, the best time to choose conscious love is in the contrast moments. I call them your champion moments, the contrast experiences where something disruptive, something unexpected occurs. Maybe someone breaks up with you. Maybe someone calls you a mean name. Maybe there's a mean comment. Maybe you're trying to close a sale and you think it's going to close and they don't. Or someone wants a refund. Or anything of that nature. And your first instinct is to go to the habitual, instinctual, almost addictive, habitual reactions. But you realize the feeling. And right before you react, you pause and tap pause. Power of your authentic whole self. You tap into it and you choose love and light and truth and faith and patience instead of fear, doubt, worry, lack, scarcity. In that we do it in that moment. The contrast experiences, those moments are when we get to choose our true self, which is
Mm-hmm.
conscious love, light, God's source. And it's a moment to moment decision that makes the most difference. It's when life is happening, is when we get to practice embodying conscious love, especially when we find ourselves reacting to something the same way we always have, and we choose to react differently with love instead of our habitual, almost addictive feeling, thinking. Joe Dispenza goes a lot into that. The same thoughts, the same past, present thoughts, feelings, and reactions, same life experience. And the good news is neuroscience, neuroplasticity, epigenetics, quantum mechanics is verifying everything that the ancient spiritual teachers have been saying the whole time.
Totally. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I feel like we could talk all day.
Yeah, I love talking to you. I love interacting with you. I feel your energy is so authentic and the vibration is just similar frequencies. So
So
I
great.
feel the same.
So great. But we'll put all your links in the comments so that people can find the information for your upcoming workshop and lose their old beliefs and remove their blockages and feel more abundant. That's beautiful.
Can I share one more thing with you? An actual
Yes,
contest?
please.
Okay. Right now, I'm on I'm scheduled for my full-time sales job. I do that from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock each day. You sent me this message that said, hey, I would like to have a conversation with you at this time on this day. Contrast experience. Right away I said, no, I can't do that. I need to do my sales. The second one was, maybe we can do it at a different time that works for me. And the third one was pause. And it felt uncomfortable. It felt like, what? No, I mean, obviously I can't do it on a Monday during the middle of a sales day, but that's the old habitual thinking. But
Mm,
instead I paused. And your heart is like the most important layer of your subconscious. It's your receiving guide for intuition. And I asked my heart, I decided, and here we are.
yes. Yeah.
Here we are. Because I made that contrast experience when all my patterns were saying, no, you got this responsibility, you got this, you got to make money, da 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 da. But what if, and it felt right to say yes.
Mm. And from my experience, what I can say is when you speak your most inner depth belief. And when you share with others and people are receiving, it creates this momentum as well of reality, right? And so the rest of your day might actually be much better for it.
You just described light sharing. That is the science of light sharing, the accumulation, integration, intersection of all energies. And right now is way better. I feel great right now, and it's because of our conversation and the energy we're sharing. I feel great right now.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. So it's exactly where we are and doing exactly what we're supposed to do.
Everything is working out perfectly.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Tom. It's always a great pleasure to chat with you and to share what you're offering with our viewers is very valuable. So thank you so much for doing
Thank you. Let me give you a big virtual hug.
that.
I
Yes.
always love our conversations and interacting and collaborating with you. So thank you very much for sharing space, creating space, and sharing your light.
Thank you as well. So thank you for everyone watching, and please reach out to Tom. This week, later this week, is the workshop, so don't miss it. I think we got this just in time to let them know it's coming, and hopefully they'll be able to attend and support you.
Thank you for that, because my biggest objective, my aspiration, is to share this with as many people as possible. So
Mhm.
thank you for helping that movement as well.
Yeah,
Momentum,
that's a good point too. Like, feel free to grab the link and share it with friends and people that are outside of the group as well, right? Yeah,
100%. Yeah, share with
awesome.
everyone. It's all inclusive and expansive, so everyone's invited.
It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so
bye,
much.
everybody. See you soon.
Thanks for watching, everyone.